Welcome, my fellow riders. 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 Welcome, my fellow riders, on this cosmic journey of recovery and resilience. Today, we delve into the very heart of our being, both literally and metaphorically, to explore how the pedals of an indoor cycle can guide us through emotional and physical restoration. Let's talk about overcoming cardiac events, about resilience, and about finding peace in the rotation of wheels. Now, I've been reflecting on the insights of Dr. Donna Jalasa, a revered clinical psychologist who speaks to the profound emotional toll the cardiac events can take on us. These moments, my dear listeners, are not simply disruptions to the rhythm of our beating hearts, but disruptions to our sense of self. Anxiety and sorrow rise like tempestuous clouds in the skies of our minds. Recovery, she tells us, requires more than surgery or medication. It demands that we reframe how we view ourselves, that we face our vulnerabilities, and rebuild our identities. In such moments of profound change, I encourage you to look at a bicycle. Yes, friends, a bicycle. And I ask you to consider not just its mechanical simplicity, but its metaphysical wisdom. You see, cycling is more than an act of fitness. It is a metaphor for life. Every revolution of the pedals pulls us forward, one step at a time, away from the web of fear and into a rhythm of progress. But let us not confuse progress with perfection. As John Asraf so wisely illuminates, too often we stumble, paralyzed by the notion that anything short of perfect is failure. Yet, in truth, it is the act of moving, however small that movement may seem, that cultivates change within us. We must recognize that the winds of transformation, though gentle at times, will carry us forward if we continue to pedal. Progress, my friends, is the essence of recovery, whether from heartbreak or from the tremors of a cardiac event. So, let us begin with a question. What are your fitness goals? Not your Everest, but your first step upon the mountain. Reflect on what resonates for you and don't hesitate to confront those emotional roadblocks that often appear. Name them, elevate them. Anxiety, that relentless companion, is not your enemy. It is a signal asking to be soothed, transformed by action, by rhythm, by the calming cadence of disciplined effort. Cycling, whether outdoors or on the indoor stage, embodies this very rhythm, a bridge between the physical strengthening of the heart and the soothing of the soul. When we climb onto that bike, we're not simply burning calories or building cardiovascular health. No, we're proving to ourselves that we can indeed embrace discomfort and reforge both heart and mind into something greater. So, wherever you are in your journey, take solace from the wisdom of Donna Jalasa, who reminds us it is okay to not be okay, and the wisdom of John Asraf, who tells us it is okay to begin imperfectly. These insights are your windbreakers, your guiding stars. Simple steps. Set a goal, not grandiose but personal. Pat it gently into the soil of your effort and watch it grow. Now, as we ascend further into our understanding of resilience, prepare yourself for the science of nitric oxide, an often overlooked key to cardiovascular recovery. In the next chapter, we'll uncover how rhythmic exercises like cycling, paired with a diet rich in nature's own nitrates, can empower not just your fitness goals, but also the health of your most vital muscle, your heart. Until then, remember this, dear riders, recovery is not the fixing of what's broken, but the rediscovery of your inherent 2. Can nature aid our chemistry? The greens of the earth, spinach, kale, beets. Simple and humble they may seem, yet these nitrate-rich treasures are the fuel for orchestrating nitric oxide within your circulatory system. May I recommend a small daily ritual, a salad, vibrant and fresh, or perhaps a glass of beet juice post-ride. Nature collaborates with our endeavors, asking only for our awareness and gratitude. But friends, we live in a modern world, and not all of it syncs harmoniously within us. Did you know that certain medications, like proton pump inhibitors, the very pills often used to soothe acid reflux, can diminish nitric oxide production? These medications, while momentarily helpful, can hinder the very cardiovascular pathways we strive to keep vital. The lesson here: let us remain both informed and proactive, seeking lifestyle changes and dietary care to complement our fitness journey. For those yearning for precision, technology too lends its wisdom. Consider tools like the EndoPAT device, which measures endothelial function, a proxy for assessing nitric oxide levels and vascular health. Tracking progress not in vanity, but in understanding, is a testament to the harmony between science and personal growth. Such tools transform vague aspirations into grounded, measurable progress, reminding us that our efforts are both physical and methodical. And yet, let us not mistake these tools and figures as destinations. They are but stepping stones. Fitness, after all, finds its spark in movement and its soul in consistency. Set modest goals, a brisk 20 minutes of cycling daily, paired with a colorful plate of greens as nature intended. Small rituals, repeated, yield large transformations. So, dear riders, let us breathe deeply, filling our lungs as if to announce our newfound ally, nitric oxide. Know that each cycle of your pedals fuels its release, not merely in pursuit of fitness, but resilience itself. And remember, these practices are gentle allies. They do not demand perfection, merely continuity. In our next chapter, we will dive even deeper, exploring the interplay between rhythm and chemistry, how cycling, when paired with synchronized breathing, modulates dopamine from emotional highs to the art of resilience amidst addiction. These revelations will strengthen both heart and spirit. Until then, ride on, my companions, and let each beat of your heart thank you for the symphony you guide into motion. My steadfast fellow travelers, today we reach the pinnacle of our journey, a convergence of rhythm, neuroscience, and the art of living intentionally. Let us explore how rhythmic cycling, when paired with the wisdom of science and the timeless harmony of discipline, becomes not only a tool for physical rejuvenation, but a sanctuary for mental renewal. Allow me to invoke the work of Dr. Anna Lemke, a pioneer in understanding dopamine's dance within our brains. She offers us an eternal truth that pleasure and pain are two sides of a scale, delicately balanced. When one is tipped too far, whether by indulgence or deprivation, the other tilts to restore equilibrium. This scale, my friends, is the fabric that weaves much of our emotional and behavioral resilience. We can use it consciously to transform. Think now of the bike beneath you, of the pedals moving through their circular dance. Each cycle becomes a metronome, resetting both body and mind. With every rotation, you whisper to your brain, "This is my rhythm of balance." And as you synchronize your breathing with the cadence, aligning inhale with push and exhale with release, dopamine listens. It rises in moderation, not in quick bursts of indulgence, but in sustained waves of contentment, ready to anchor you in enduring well-being. Practical neuroscience suggests that actions like these, structured rituals, repeated with intent, reprogram negative thought patterns through neuroplasticity. This is how we rewrite our mental scripts, dear friends, through consistent acts of mindful effort. Picture rewiring a well-worn circuit resilience is art, crafted through the raw material of today's effort. You are not the mistakes of yesterday, nor the worries of tomorrow. You are the movements of now, deliberate and mindful. Synchronize your mind to your body's rhythm and watch the cycles of resistance transform, stroke by stroke, into progress. Until we meet again, keep riding onward. For in the dance of rhythm and resilience lies the rediscovery of your fullest self. X. Fired up and go.